Hi everyone, it's Skillshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 8, Hidden Clues. The following images are property of AMC to be used under fair use guidelines and the rest of the disclaimer. I want to start out this video by thanking everyone that showed up the other night for the live stream. Just a lot of good interaction. In today's video, Hidden Clues, we're going to talk about some symbolism, some foreshadowing, and we're going to start out with a little bit of a hidden tribute. So at the beginning, we see Maggie at the graves of Glenn and Abraham showing her respects. This has become her daily ritual. Check out the hat. The hat is symbolic of Glenn. And then when she transitions to her soldier outpost, she's climbing up the stairs. She puts the leather gloves on. It's not that much of a climb, but once again, a tribute to the soldier Abraham. When she gets up on top of the outpost, she gets an unexpected visitor, and that is Gregory. We're starting to see a little bit of a transition of power from Gregory to Maggie. The apple, he shines the apple, and keep in mind, apples are usually given to the teacher from the student, so we can see Gregory is no longer the teacher. He's starting to become the servant of Maggie. So Negan is a lethal weapon. I thought this was absolutely great. We finally got to see Negan without the beard, but this scene was so much more. Go back to Lethal Weapon 3 with Danny Glover, where he actually taught his teenage son how to shave. Hopefully you guys caught all of that, and he's starting to take Carl under his wing a little bit. There's the scene where he's actually teaching him how to shave. And let's not forget the spaghetti scene. Here's the picture of Negan with his clean-shaven look. Leave in the comments below. Let me know what you like best, new Negan or old Negan. Let's talk about some of the signs that were posted throughout the episode. So as the sign was kicked down to use as a paddle, you can see that I am dead, and I think this is very symbolic of Rick. Rick is kind of at a catatonic state right now. He's a servant. He's a slave to Negan. And here we have Aaron with his sign. Has a little different meaning, and we know Aaron is going to get jumped in just a little bit by exactly what he's holding in his hands. And one of the walkers in the water, there's mass speculation. No, it is not Robert Kirkman, no matter how much we think it looks like Robert Kirkman, but it would have been a good cameo appearance for him. A glimpse into the future. A lot of things were just shocking images that popped up. As soon as I thought this, I'm thinking, Spencer, come on, you guys had to think the same thing. Spencer's guts, everybody knew it was going to happen at some point. No, they're pomegranate seeds. So Richard shows up with a bunch of bottles, bringing Carol water perhaps, or planning his next big event. So Richard gets abruptly turned down. He goes to this camping site. I think the no camping area. Something might have happened with his family there, but he does have some more items. Once again, we see those bottles. I think those bottles are going to turn into Molotov cocktails because he actually throws one of them down. Could be a little bit of foreshadowing of how Richard is planning to go to war. Daryl is back in full rage mode, and we got to see it several times throughout this episode. So first, when he had to detour into Dwight's room, you can see the miniatures and the building over on the left with the tank is definitely paying homage to Abraham, R.I.P. Abraham. And as Daryl leaves, he flips over the table, and this is symbolic, showing he told Dwight he understood him, but he may not quite forgive Dwight, unless, of course, it was Dwight that left the matches and also left the pack of matches to leave the door budged open. We don't know if that was Dwight. We don't know if it was Cher. We don't know if it was Jesus. But if it was Dwight, it may help with the healing process. So when Daryl does break out, he rolls up on Fat Joey. Fat Joey appears to be unarmed. He has the food in his hand. He drops the granola bar, whatever he's eating. Daryl goes full Negan mode. All that rage built up, everything from the dog food, Easy Street, all those memories of Abraham, all those memories of Glenn, everything was bottled up, comes out all at once. And when he beats him down, he finds Rick's python, takes it with him, and Jesus, the opportunist, actually finds a walkie-talkie. This is going to come into play next season. He's going to be able to spy on the Saviors. So let's talk about the title of the show, Heart Still Beating. This actually came up a couple times. So the scene where Aaron and Rick are loading up the back of the truck, Aaron says to Rick, I understand this type of life. Either your heart's beating or it isn't. Your loved one's heart's beating or it isn't. Well, that was the ultimate foreshadowing, because when they dropped off supplies, Aaron gets beat down. And what does he say to Rick when Rick's carrying? He says, I guess my heart's still beating. So moving forward, why did Aaron get beat down in the first place? Because whoever they stole the stuff from left this. Congrats for winning, but you still lose. How many times have we seen someone flicked off this season? Is that 4 or is that 5? Mercy kill time. Very good scene. Michonne with Isabel. Before you guys even say it, I know I gave you some bad intel on this. I told you Isabel would be set free, but actually there was a silencer in the glove compartment, and Michonne, you can see the scene here. There were 2 heads up. You could see a flash, hear the gun, fire very silently, and then one of the heads fell down. So obviously she did kill Isabel. My bad. Rosita's moments. Several very impactful moments with Rosita throughout this episode. So let's start with the church. She's holding the bullet up. Father Gabriel walks over and says, is that for you or is it for him? Implying Negan. it actually could have had a double meaning where she said it's for him, meaning she's going to vindicate Abraham, who was the first person to get beat down by Negan. She also conveniently omits Sasha when she's listing all the people in the lineup. She did, however, get a chance to say she was sorry to Spencer for using him. I thought this was important. They sort of patch things up before he gets gutted by Negan. And in this scene at the very, very end, you can see the head nod between Rosita and Sasha. So they're going to become pretty good partners later on. I could see Jesus and Daryl having their own little union, and also Sasha and Rosita as well. Negan and Rosita scratch, they have different meanings. So we know that Negan was playing pool with Spencer, but Negan's last shot, he actually shoots in the corner pocket and scratches the cue ball. Then he goes over and he guts Spencer, but when they go back to the table after he's killed Spencer, we can see the cue ball is reset over by the side pocket. So either it's a filming error, or while Negan was gutting Spencer, one of these guys over in the corner went over, retrieved the cue ball, and put it up. I'm going to say it's a filming error. That was Negan's scratch. Rosita seizes the opportunity, takes out the gun, fires, and she scratches Lucille. But because she scratches Lucille, Arat is then instructed to scratch Rosita's face, so you get an eye for an eye, several people being scratched throughout the scene, and of course Arat turns around and fires, and then shoots Olivia right below the eye. Rick is leading again, so finally we're going to start getting rid of sad-faced Rick, and we saw it right after Aaron got beat down. Rick walks up, and Negan is allowing a little bit more latitude where he says, "Your stuff is by the gate, take it and leave." Then we see Rick as the camera pans out. I thought this was one of the best scenes in the entire episode, but this shows the burden of actually being a leader and the responsibility that he takes on. So he goes down a little bit of solace down in the cell that Morgan built, and he has the letter of the flicking them off, and he also has his axe, both symbolic. And then later on when he meets up with Daryl, this is the ultimate symbol of power, where the gun is handed back over. He puts it in the holster, and everybody's sort of following behind he and Daryl. So you can see Rick has finally got his leadership and respect of all those people. And he starts out and says, "I see that now," when he whispers it to Michonne, and then he says it louder. So let's talk about the topic everybody wants to talk about. Whose boots are these? There's so much speculation out there. I've heard people speculate this could be Dwight. We're going to shoot that down right now. It just doesn't make any sense for Dwight to be following Rick and Aaron over to the lake, and especially using binoculars. He knows where Alexandria is. What's the point of checking up on them? I heard it could be a glimpse into the Whispers. Let me know your thoughts and comments below to that. Could also be someone from Oceanside. I think people assume it's definitely a guy. Could definitely be a female. We're trying to figure out what this little lace tied up thing, if there's any clues within this boot. Looks like a little bit of leopard skin or snake skin along the top. Any insight, any clues that you have, leave it below. I've also heard it could be Gator. All my Walking Dead Road to Survival fans know all about Gator. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, any hidden clues that I might have missed that you saw, your speculation, and overall, let me know what you thought about the mid-season finale. I loved it. Looking forward to your chat, your debate, everything that you guys do. My name is Killshot. Give this video a thumbs up, and look for more videos soon. Peace.